Today we're going to ride our GPX750R. The history of this bike is really unique. Luciano found it. We found it in a really disheveled container in the back of a garage, inside a garage that was leaking water, and it's a really long, nasty story. It was snowing that day. There was ice on the ground. We picked it up. We had to get the guy that sold me the bike to get 4 or 5 of his friends to help us pick it up and put it in the back of Luciano's truck. And, of course, it didn't start right away, among other things, and it had a lot of issues. But I already had a parts bike. I had the twin to it. So from the 2 bikes, I wound up making a really nice bike with a title. Well, today is officially Green Ninja Day. Someday I always look forward to Green Ninjas. Anyway, the weather's just been so good lately. We've had these fake things where they predict 10% rain, but it seems like we beat the system every day. Well, maybe we're stretching our luck today, but I can't wait to put it to the test. We are in the middle of fall, the leaves are changing, the weather's cool in the morning, warm in the afternoon. It just couldn't be any better. Day starts the same as a official parking lot attendant. Alright guys, who wants to go for a ride on the Green Ninja today? The lucky winner is... Splash me. So once all the barnyard animals are fed, once all the tomatoes are picked and the carrots are processed, Karen's happy. She's all ready to do some cooking today while I'm out. And it's always my first thing before I go for any ride. I like to pre-flight the bike. I like to clean it up. Last time we rode this, we did ride through some puddles and it got nasty there at the end. And today they are predicting a few drops of rain, so I want to have some wax on the bike. And this bike has an awful lot of aluminum, polished aluminum parts. It's an old school bike, of course, 1989. And I like to keep them nice and fresh and clean looking and get some nice pictures today while we're out. Well, all that's left is the final cup of coffee and get out on the open road. Don't worry, boys, I won't forget to feed you before I go out for a ride. Look at these guys. Oh, I'm going to deduct them off my income tax. Beautiful flowers everywhere. It's unbelievable. We're still getting tomatoes. We still get flowers. Who'd have thunk it? Over the years, I've had a lot of different brands of tires on this, and because this bike has a 16-inch front wheel and an 18-inch back wheel, sometimes it can be difficult, tricky getting the right size tires. But the ones that's always worked the best, in my opinion, are the Pirelli Sport Demons, and they have, over the years, been the tire of choice for this bike.
like to have that fountain in my pond. Look how big the pump is that pumps that water. That's a big pump.
There was a lot of body work when I got this bike. I have 2 sets of body work, and the whole tail section, I had a mold where the tail light is on a stock bike. An awful lot of molding, a lot of carbon fiber work, and of course, goes without saying, an awful lot of repairs. They're all out on the channel. Now the bike has some pretty unusual features. One of them is an air shock in the back, and that air shock you can usually run between 15 and 11 pounds of pressure. Very variable, and of course variable dampening. The front has this, I think, very, well, not user-friendly anti-dive. I turn it off. Now we did 4 bikes already with the forks lowered. This one responded really well. Well, they all did to a certain degree. But this one I think that had the most benefit. Again, I don't know why. It's hard to explain. It just turns into corners a little bit quicker. It just feels a little more comfortable. So what's real handy for me is I have a spare set of wheels because I have a whole spare bike, of course. The spare bike used to be a track bike. We don't have a title for it, but we have all the spare parts. And having those green wheels allows me to evil twin out the bike, well, every once in a while, and it's a lot of fun. Now, basically, because we're in the leaf peeping season, we have to deal with this. Almost every place you park the bike, there's leaves everywhere, and they're blowing around. Actually, as part of this video, I was going through one of the wooded areas, and it looked like it was snowing leaves. But we're in that part of the season. It's a great time to ride.
Like Duckweed Lake here is exactly the same color as the bike. How can you make that up? That's not grass out there, that's water covered with duckweed.
And of course, evil twinning this bike out for many years. I think we've had this bike 8-9 years. But in the course of doing it, replacing a muffler is always one of the quickest ways to turn it into a whole evil twin project. And when I got the bike, it had a racing muffler. It was way too loud. I had the Norton muffler on there. I don't remember who gave me the other muffler. Maybe it was Joe Padula. I don't remember. Or Luciano. And then Luciano gave me this Muzzy muffler. And this one seems like, I think it's the best compromise of a nice sound and just being a nice muffler. This bike is very different than the MT-09 or the R1. They all have a different power band, and they all have their unique personality. And this one, it has a really neat feature that at around 10 grand, it just seems to come to life. Well, that's why in my collection I like to have a bike from each basically 10-year period that I've been involved with motorcycling. Roughly 60 plus years I've been involved with bikes and owned bikes and enjoyed them and had the passion for them. And of all the bikes in my collection, every one is just a little bit different. And of course for me, my time I get to ride every day, almost every day. That's my exercise for the day. I know people don't really believe this, but it's true. When I come off of a ride, 3 or 4 hours, and get unsuited up, I am really tired. I am really out of gas and ready for coffee. So it's been a beautiful day and a few raindrops. Nothing that spoiled the, not much spoils any of these rides, to be honest. But it's time to get back to the farm and time to take that long, lonely ride on Flat Top Highway with construction along the way. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, on the way back here on the Flat Top, there's a really serious accident there. My God.
rained a couple of drops. How about here? Nothing that ruined the ride, that's for sure. Just a few drops. We escaped. I think we rode around it all day. Sun never came out for 1 minute. But nothing spoiled our ride today. Nothing. It was sad we passed a bad accident on our way back. Ooh, that didn't look too good. And it's still hard to believe how nice the weather's been. We have been sneaking these rides in. But you know, it doesn't last forever. I hear birds chirping. They must be glad I'm home. Karen's glad I'm home. I'm glad I'm home. Yeah, it was sad about that accident on our way back. That gives me the willies when I see that. They were really backed up for miles too. That's unbelievable. But they're paving some new roads out where I ride, and they've got several roads. They're in the middle of paving them down. Boy, by the end of the year, we're going to have like a brand new MotoGP track out there. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out one way or another. Listen to those birds. Believe that? Maybe they love me. Hey, anyway, hope you did enjoy the video. Enjoy sharing these little rides. Share our little farm here. And thanks so much for watching. So if you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy just sharing these little rides again. We try to ride all season long, and sometimes we get away with it. Sometimes the snow puts a kibosh on it for a while. Yeah, we try to work on bikes over the winter. We try to do some custom stuff. Try to do some work for our friends. Custom wheels, evil twins. And whatever pops into our mind along the way. We do some repairs for our friends, and they seem to appreciate it. And some maintenance on these bikes with our limited talents. But it's all about having fun with motorcycles. And we post up something every day. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope we'll see you tomorrow.